Today, we're diving into a really unsettling public appeal. It's a story that brings up a pretty chilling question. What happens when the digital world, the very space we all use to connect, is allegedly turned into a weapon, or even a prison?
So this is the headline from the public appeal we're breaking down: civil annihilation and systematic digital siege. These aren't just buzzwords. The source presents them as a genuine cry for help, and it really sets the stage for some extraordinary accusations. And right at the heart of all this is Dr. Mohammed Fayyad. The public statement describes him as a world-renowned scientist, someone with a long and respected career. And honestly, that established background is exactly what makes the claims he's making so startling.
Okay, so in this explainer, we're going to break down Dr. Fayyad's public appeal piece by piece. We'll look at what he alleges is going on, the motive he gives, and the specific help he is asking for.
The core claim in the appeal, well, it uses incredibly strong language. It describes a targeted liquidation campaign. And the alleged target isn't just anyone. We're talking about a professor with nearly 5 decades of experience in his field. The appeals uses this really specific and frankly chilling term to describe the whole situation: civil annihilation. So what does the source actually mean when it says that?
Okay, so according to the appeal, this isn't just a single event. It's defined as a deliberate, multi-stage process. It's allegedly designed to completely dismantle a person's life, starting with their career and legal standing, and then finishing with total digital and media isolation.
The appeal lays out a very specific sequence of events. It claims it started with his professional life at San Jose State. Then it moved to his finances through the court system, and now it's supposedly culminating in this critical final stage, being completely cut off digitally and in the media.
And this brings us to the so-called digital siege. And this is where the story takes a uniquely 21st century turn.
The accusation here is leveled directly at the platforms that basically shape our modern public square. The source uses the term technical collusion, which suggests a coordinated effort to shut him down.
According to the appeal, this alleged erasure isn't random. It's a calculated 3-step process. First, systematic account closures to just cut off his ability to communicate. Second, what they call suffocating the truth. You might know this as shadow banning, basically using algorithms to make his content invisible without him even knowing. And third, a campaign of digital character assassination, where smear campaigns are allowed to run wild while his ability to respond is taken away.
The scale of this alleged campaign is just staggering. It's not just 1 or 2 social media sites. The appeal names a huge array of services, from social and professional networks to academic platforms and even business tools. It really paints a picture of a total digital blockade.
So this all begs a massive question. Why? Right? Why would anyone allegedly go to such extreme lengths? Well, the press release offers a very specific motive.
According to the source, this whole thing isn't just some personal vendetta against Dr. Fayyad. The alleged goal is much, much bigger: to suppress evidence he claims to have about systemic corruption. And that really reframes the whole story, from one man's struggle to the silencing of a potential whistleblower.
And to put that claim into perspective, the source says that Dr. Fayyad has evidence implicating over 50 lawyers and dozens of judges and other officials. This kind of gives you a visual of the sheer scale of the corruption he says he's trying to expose.
The language used here is incredibly powerful. The source frames this as a battle to stop the cry of the oppressed from ever reaching the public, to stop it from exposing what it calls a deep-seated institutional mafia.
So, facing this alleged wall of silence, the press release doesn't end with a feeling of defeat. Instead, it ends with a direct appeal for help.
He's calling out specifically to the watchdogs of our society: journalism federations, global news outlets, and human rights activists. The appeal is a direct request for them to investigate his claims, to look at his evidence, and to help amplify his story.
This quote from Dr. Fayyad really personalizes the whole thing. It lays out this devastating sequence of alleged losses, ending with what he sees as the final, existential threat: the complete erasure of his digital self.
And that leaves all of us with a really critical question to think about. This story, as it's laid out in the source material, forces us to confront a new kind of vulnerability. If your career, your reputation, your voice, if it all lives online, what does it mean when someone can just hit delete? What does it truly mean to be erased?